G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a Ruger Mini-14. This is an American-made rifle, which was first developed around the mid-1970s, and you might be thinking it looks a little bit like an M14 rifle, where that's where the Mini name is derived, because this thing, based off a M14 rifle with different gas system, but that's not very relevant in this particular video and how guns work in Fallout 4 in general. This thing is firing a lighter caliber in the 5.56, whereas the M14s fire the heavier 308, so I'm supposing that's where the Mini comes from. There's plenty of customization on this old rifle. This thing can be used in automatic and semi-automatic form as well. Custom sounds and reload animations are here as well, and the ability to craft it on a weapons workbench. We'll show you that a little bit later. But now, let's get right into the attachments. First of all, we've got the receivers. We're going to make our first one stealthy sniper status. So the advanced receiver giving us just short of 200 damage off the bat is quite nice. So we'll throw that one on. And the barrels will make it a long ported for the greatest range. There we go. And then extra recoil control along with that as well. That's pretty nice. And the magazines, we can go from 20 to 30 to 30 round tactical and up to a 60 round capacity if you want to be shooting from Monday to Sunday, which I do. Ammo capacity is good. Next, we've got the optics, which right now we've got iron sights. We can have reflex sights. The reflex sights are mounted on the front over the handguard. There's even some scopes down here. There's versions of see-through scopes, and there's also versions for normal Fallout 4 TV view scopes. Let's go for a 6x scope, so that's your equivalent of medium, and there's 10x scopes if you want to reach out even further than that. But I think all balance is going to be sort of a mid to long range type of rifle, so it'll be very useful with a 6x scope, so we'll choose that one. You can have a bayonet on this thing. It doesn't reduce your range, it doesn't give you a range penalty like the Fallout 4 vanilla game does, so that's pretty nice. You've also got a suppressor here that'll give you a little bit of extra damage through Ace Operator, requires a sneak rank 1 as well. That's kind of cute. Of course, we've got a legendary modification slot here provided by legendary modification. We'll leave that one though, and you can change the frame. You can have wooden or polymer, which makes it look slightly more modernized, don't you think? I've actually lost a stock there as well, so we might have to go and attach that on a later attachment point. And you can increase the damage by increasing the calibers. So it will give you a lot of damage and extra range because it's a heavier bullet. Being fired faster allows it to carry its energy over a longer distance. And the 7.62 rounds, I believe those are the same from the Nuka World DLC. You can throw those in for 328 damage. Very good for a semi-automatic rifle with a high capacity and high rate of fire. We've got the hollow point rounds in now. You can have high velocity to increase your range even more. So this would make it even better suited to long range sniping if that's what you want to do with your Mini-14. Armor piercing will help you pierce through enemies' armor. So if they're big and tanky like the Commonwealth Gunners, that might be a cool thing to do. And you've also got the incendiary version, which gives you a little bit of Skyrim flame damage, which appears to be out damaging the hollow points. So if you want a little bit of extraneous flavor damage on that, you'll probably be doing slightly better with that damage. But yeah, there's just a little bit of extra burning stuff. That's neat. Legendary, a damage slot. You can throw on extra damage if you feel like it. I think 328 is quite enough, and I gotta go back to the stocks here. Where are they? Grips. Okay, so you can have a collapsed version or an extended version. So there's not much going on there for the stocks, or grips as the mod would call them, but you know, you can at least put a rifle stock on there and make it comfortable to fire, at least for the characters I'm playing as. Next, we've got, you can change the materials of the polymer, and I'm guessing there's a version of this where you can change it. Pristine's nice. This is definitely stealthy sniper status, so it's got to be all black. But I'm thinking if I make the material wood again, the furniture, that will change what it would look like with the materials. So let's go throw on a wooden frame, and now we can go back. Yep. So different textures, different models, different assets, and that's kind of cool. Look, it's CC's engraved wood. There's a unique version. We'll have to track that one down, I suppose. But we'll keep the polymer frame and the stock as it is and keep it pristine, which I gotta find the grip slot again. Alright, there's one of our sniper status ones. We'll make an automatic one, of course, and we'll find out what this unique one is, see if it can fulfill one of the roles that I'm anticipating this weapon would be good at, and we'll get to shooting. So on your chemistry workbench, find weapons Mini-14, and you'll be able to craft this. For gun nut rank 1, that's pretty easy. That's like early game. You can get that at level 2. And these materials, which, you know, you could probably craft one of these things fairly easily. I guess the only thing that's stopping you from using it early game is the fact that you won't find any ammunition for it. So there you go. We're going to craft a couple more of these. Alright, And we're back at everyone's favorite weapon disposal site, Sanctuary Basement, where we have Goliath. That's a different mod. Maybe we'll look at that one in a little bit of time. But here's the Tactical CC's Mini-14. It's a quasi-unique. Look, there's even gold bars. I'll take And those. We're back at the Immersive Gunners Plaza once more. Here is our Ruger Mini in first person, aiming down the scope. Yep, that's your equivalent of a medium scope there. And that rate of fire, very good. The spread doesn't seem to be too bad either. So I guess we could cheese this using Vats the whole time. That would be fun, wouldn't it? So yep, that's my full sniper status one. This one here, automatic. You can see the bolt going back there, the charging handle as well. It's all the whole thing going back, so that's kind of cool as well. There's reload animation, and of course I've made versions that are unsuppressed. This one is using the 4x see-through scope version, the mini scope, and it's got a bayonet which we decide not to use. We're gonna punch instead. Weird. And of course I've got an automatic version, iron sights, just so you can see what they're like. Not very good, and the stock is folded on this one, so holy recoil, Batman. But you know, we've only got 30 rounds in this thing, so it probably won't get on top of us too much. And of course, here's the unique that we found. It's got that reflex sight mounted on the front, short barrel, 5.56 rounds. I've just made it AP rounds and made it a short ported barrel instead, so it looks the same, but there's been slight weapon upgrades about this. But anyways, without further ado, let's begin. And maybe we want to start off with a big bullet time VAF streak, because it's been a while since I've done that, so let's go. An ever so context sensitive bout of Idiot Savant there, I think. And this is the power of gun fu, baby. And now the jig's up. They've found me, and I think they've come really close, and that's 252 damage for an automatic weapon. Now, obviously, the rate of fire is going to be a little bit less than what we usually see out of the standard vanilla game guns, but this thing's hitting hard enough to make it not really that much of a problem. Again, we are using the 7.62 rounds in here, so the equivalent of the handmade rifle rounds, and we're out-damaging that, even with the much lower rate of fire. And we might be looking at a full combat run here that doesn't even start the combat music. Anyways, we'll finish off the rest of these gunners, and maybe there's one more, and then we'll move on to something a little bit more loud. Let's get loud with our see-through scope version. This is perfect for what I've got, for what this range is right now. It's got this nice circle reticule with a dot in the middle, so it feels nice and precise whilst using it. But I think I've cleared out most of them by now, and there's not a lot of recoil on this thing, so I can fire this thing basically to its full potential, not have to worry about missing targets due to wayward recoil, which is nice. There's a lot of visual recoil, but the screen's not moving, so the bullets are going to be hitting in the middle of the screen anyway, which you can line up fairly easily if you've got hit markers telling you exactly where the center of the screen is. Are you... Oh, you're dead. I was going to say, I thought you were looking at the completely wrong direction, but no, gunner's usually more switched on than that. So it's an extremely precise rifle. I'm thinking it's like going to fulfill that same role as a combat rifle in the like a vanilla game, but it's got like end game potential damage. Yeah, you can chamber the combat rifle, and there's the combat music, by the way. You can chamber it in 308, but it's nowhere near as fast as this. So, you know, that sort of it sort of falls off in terms of its power towards the late game, and this thing would be a pretty damn good replacement for it if you wanted to go for a full ballistic weapons run. Anyways, let's use this one. The incendiary stuff, doing a pretty good job keeping it nice and warm here at Gunners Plaza, just in case they were cold. It's never cold in the Commonwealth. Kate constantly complains about the heat. Plus, I've made it perpetually summer, just like Australia, right? Except for when it's winter, then it's different. But so far, so good. Not in any, like, not under that much amount of threat at all. And let's go a little bit more of bullet timey stuff here. Probably an unnecessary critical, but I'll appreciate the 1700 damage when I get it. So we've had a pretty good run at using mostly everything, and there's the reload animation in third person, very good. And this is a kind of an older mod, so it's made before we all got hooked on tactical reload, so there you go. So it feels like we're missing tactical reload. Anyway, so here's this thing. Oh, I forgot to mention that I also put an advanced receiver on this thing. The AP rounds obviously aren't hitting quite as hard, and we haven't got a suppressor either to bolster extra damage numbers from that. But no excuses for missing a heap of shots. If I shoot them in the head, the damage is going to be quite adequate, don't you think?
Vats.
It's like a full, proper Call of Duty door breach where it goes into slow motion for a second. Maybe a critical here. That's alright. And we've got full criticals to use against the Swan. And where do you think you're going, mate? Oh, that's the Creation Club lady. Paid mods on that. Alrighty, looks like we're done here. We barely even broke a sweat. We've probably got shot a little bit more than what I should, but I kind of wasn't running sort of everywhere and wasn't utilizing cover at all. Also, works with classic holstered weapons, and unlike the bullpups, this thing could probably go a little bit further up on the back there to make it look good, but I think it works out either way, so yep, that's good. Pass marks, easy. Very good weapon. Let's move on to the next thing. Now, this is where things potentially get either fun or broken. So there's the Swan over there, and we can make him cartwheel across the map, and there's a bunch of Rust Devils that we've got to take out in order to get sneak criticals, but luckily for me, I get the sniper knockdowns when I need them, and although I'm not getting sneak criticals for this, I've got a gigantic magazine that allows me just to crush everything quite easy. We'll just go up here. I think I may have made the Swan trip and die into the next dimension. Actually, I'm still in caution, so maybe we'll have to just pull him out of the ground with console commands again. There we go. Yeah, this always happens. It doesn't help there's a particularly giant target that seems to just break every time I ragdoll him. But, okay, we'll try that again. Okay, this time let's go slightly more automatic. Yes, that might do the trick. Clear out that guy first, and then we'll start hitting him with considerable difficulty if we're not tap firing. Hell, even tap firing where I got 11 more rounds in that magazine, I probably could have kept firing at him. Never mind. So that's him mutated and still tap firing. Recoil is going all over the place, but with the amount of bullets that I have in this thing and the size of the target, yeah, okay. Well, perhaps I was, you know, being a little bit too cute trying to knock him down with sniper knockdowns, but maybe we'll try that against the next monster. Yes, we'll do that. Diagonal. How about a little bit more Vats cheese? I don't know if it's just the mod, but I feel like the bullet time Vats just makes things a little bit too easy. It was unfortunate that I was only able to get one shot because I just didn't have any AP left. But I went for a bigger streak before against all of those gunners because I think I got a couple of lucky rolls of Grim Reaper Sprint to replenish the AP bar. But yeah, we just kind of crushed him, and I haven't used this thing in Vats yet, so what about we try that? Here we go, Vault 111. The question is, do I want to use my sniper version or something with a reflex sight? Because we only have 5 shots with this thing, which is okay, but I think I got way more hits than I was supposed to. Was that was that a bug? It may have been, you know. Anyway, so we did a pretty good job so far of getting this guy hit, and now he's running away because I think we broke his pathing. But yeah, it's doing pretty well for ourselves here. And Winter's around the corner. I don't think she's gonna help. No, I don't think so, but just making the bursts hit guaranteed like on a weapon like this, it's pretty powerful. The problem is though, we might get eaten by this Radroach because he'll just jump on you and try to attack you. So what I could do here is try to run up close to him, and if he's not doing his jump dive attack, then he's not going to hit me. So if I just bait his normal attacks, okay, that's Nerd Rage now. Just sidestep him as he's doing his gigantic charge attack. And maybe some criticals to go along with that. Recoil is just throwing the camera everywhere in slow motion. Just shy of the bullets I need to kill him, so we'll just cheaply reload using quick hands. still using that perk. See, it doesn't seem to affect this one. This must have a slow reload if you don't have the quick hands perk to assist you. But, oh, Vats enhanced. That's cool. Not Vats enhanced, though. That's different. Interesting. Anyways, so, I guess that's it. Have you got any closing thoughts to say, Winter?
You've done a heck of a job, Sentinel. Ad Victoriam.
I think she's confused. Kira's not involved with the Brotherhood of Steel. She's in fact a former operator. You can tell by the little insignia on her chest there. She's a former operator. And she's good with a sniper. And you know what? This weapon is good enough for her. I think she likes it. But if you'd like to see this thing in your game, check out the link in the description. Download it. I highly recommend it. And like I was saying before, it sort of fulfills that combat rifle role where you've got a lot of versatility and lots of flexibility, not as much as your energy guns in the game, but on the ballistic platform, this thing will be doing good amount of endgame levels of damage to deal with things that are a little bit more hot than what the game would give you. Like Immersive Gunners Plus, that's way more gunners than what the game would ever give you. That just handled that so easily, so no problems there. And it's a great looking mod. Animations work really well, and there's really nothing that I can say to its detriment. So if you are interested in seeing this thing in your game, check out the link in the description. Highly recommend it. Go download it. Thanks for watching. Bye.